if you're 28 and have like 3 or maybe 4 kids, are you technically still a teen mom? Doesn't teen years end at 19? Did Chelsea just figure out she's not a teen mom anymore and that's why she's leaving? It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is December 30th and it's almost the end of the year. And last night, Teen Mom 2 said goodbye to Chelsea DeBoer's Houska. Hey, do you really honestly think that intro is accurate? Do you think Chelsea just like woke up one day and was like, hey Cole, did you know that I'm like not a teenager anymore? Is it weird to be on a show that's called Teen Mom when I'm like almost 30? Let's be honest, guys, this show has made these girls a lot of money, and Chelsea saying goodbye last night was I don't know, it was like this bittersweet moment of remembering that when we first met Chelsea, she was dating Adam, who turned out to be a total loser, and she was bouncing on a ball while she was in math class. Today, she's married and is pregnant with another baby. She has an amazing house, amazing life, and she is moving on. And last night we actually saw her sit down with her husband Cole and talk about how she wanted to leave the show and how she'd been doing this for a really long time. With rising cases of the virus in South Dakota, she felt like now was the best time for them to move on to the next adventure. On Instagram, when she announced her departure earlier this year, she said that she and Cole were planning on taking their brand forward, launching more merchandise and products, and hopefully allowing people along the way to join them. But her story of raising children and being a teen mom, she now says, is over. For a lot of people, they're very sad about her leaving. Obviously, she was a fan favorite, but her storyline for many had grown a little bit stale. So it's not clear what her departure will mean for ratings. Some fans obviously already saying that they will not watch if Chelsea's not on the show, and others saying that it really won't matter. And some aren't watching anyway to begin with. But Chelsea announced her departure in an Instagram post which said, "Baby Aubrey and baby Chelsea in 2009. I want to thank you all for watching my story, supporting me and rooting for me the last 11 years. I am proud of my full story that I was able to share. And to all the single mamas out there or to those who are feeling stuck in a bad relationship, I'm rooting for you too. You got this." Now, her announcement was then met by praise and comments by her fellow teen moms, including a comment from Leah with a prayer sign, Jade saying, "Going to miss you, girl, everyone is." There was a message from Kailyn Lowry which said, "So much love to you, proud of you, and so happy you, or you're happily ever after." Macy even said, "You're a queen, so proud of you, happy for you guys and your wonderful family." Brianna De Jesus said, "Best wishes." With her taking a departure, there's some questions about what's going to happen next. Well, we know that Ashley Jones is coming on for the next part of this season. And after that, there's not been any discussion about whether or not this show will air for a season after that. So we have no idea the future of the season. This past season, the ratings were dismal. All right. So with Chelsea leaving the show, Kailyn Lowry's messy season came to an end, an abrupt one, where she and Lauren squared off. And unfortunately, or fortunately, Kailyn did not allow the confrontation to be filmed. So last week, when everything went down, she was dropping off her son Lincoln over at Javi's house. While she was doing that, Lauren actually sent her a text message. She stopped filming and she was very having a ton of anxiety. She felt like Lauren was going to confront her. She took her mic off, said, "I don't want to film anymore. We're done." Cut everything. Cut to a few hours later, she's back at her house and she brings her producer back in and says Lauren had asked her to call her. Well, apparently Lauren was feeling a little bit upset about everything that went down and felt like she had been embarrassed. And can you really blame her? And Kailyn actually admitted, this is kind of the shocking part of all of this, is Kailyn admitted for the first time ever, this was the only time she ever really, truly felt bad about what she had done to Lauren. She said prior to this incident, she had never considered any of the things that she had said about Lauren. She had never felt bad about embarrassing Lauren, but now finally, after all of these years, feels bad that she somehow created a moment for her that was not only heartbreaking, but also very embarrassing as well as earth-shattering. She said that Lauren actually asked her, she said that woman to woman, she wanted her to be able to come to her and talk to her and tell her what happened. And Kailyn actually said that she wasn't going to actually explain what happened because she wanted Lauren and Javi to work it out themselves. Now, when the producer asked Kail whether or not Lauren had been told the truth by Javi, Kailyn believed that Javi at this point was still denying everything. And she still believed that she didn't have to tell Lauren anything. Now, to be honest, and to be fair to Kailyn, she really doesn't have to tell Lauren anything. But if there's something like this where you know your baby dad, your ex-husband, is engaged to another woman and he's propositioning you for, I don't even know, hooking up, and you are not telling her, I can understand why you might not want to tell her. You don't want to rock the boat. And her biggest thing is, I don't want to make it more hard to co-parent with Javi by interfering in their relationship. But at the same time, she said she finally feels bad because she used to be Lauren. She's like, I was Lauren. That was me. So Javi has this hard time of keeping his dingleberry in his pants. I mean, what else do you want to call it? I don't know, his pencil, his pocket, his rocket. He doesn't like to keep things in his pants, and he has this thing about lying. Now, since everything actually has been, since this aired, Lauren and Javi have split. Lauren has been back in Maine with her son, and Javi has been in Delaware with where his house is, where his job is. Lauren has been doing subtle sort of shades to Javi here and there, and she shared something recently on her Instagram about, you know, don't make sure that our children don't have to recover from their childhood. I think from a Lauren's perspective, she would probably like to have a very easy co-parenting situation. She probably would have preferred to have a lot better communication with Kailyn. I think part of me believes that there's this underlying feeling that either Javi still has for Kailyn or Kailyn still has for Javi that makes it next to impossible for Kailyn to actually respect Lauren in her position in her relationship. Maybe Kailyn just saw Lauren as sort of this temporary place filler. It's hard to know. And Javi, for his part, seems like he doesn't even know what he wants, and it doesn't matter. Kailyn was involved with Chris. He was cheating on her. She cheated on Javi. Javi cheated on her. He ends up getting pregnant with Lauren while he's doing two other girls at the same time. So this whole relationship with Lauren started in the middle of a mess. It ends in an abrupt mess with Kailyn sort of blowing things up. But the question remains about Kailyn would not tell Lauren what happened. So we still have no idea if they hooked up or if it was simply a proposition. And Kailyn was very, I don't even know how to describe it, elusive. Basically just saying they need to talk about it. It's up to Javi to tell them what happened. I still have this like sinking feeling that somehow in the mix of all of this, that those two actually did hook up, and that's why she didn't want to say something, because she said, I did Lauren dirty. Doing her dirty, I mean, airing dirty laundry, but I feel like there's more to the story. And I don't know if you do, but I don't know. So we have Chelsea leaving and Kail's stories wrapping up. I have no idea what's coming with the next season. And Teen Mom OG will be starting soon, again, with Amber potentially moving into an RV on Gary's property. Oh, yay. All right, you guys, tell me what your thoughts are about all of this in the comments below. Bye, guys.